In this video, we're going to show you how to diagnose your motor control board in your top load washer. So to diagnose your motor control board, ideally you'd want to be able to do it while the machine's connected, and using the control panel, put it into a diagnostics. You would need the manufacturer's tech sheet in order to be able to do that. If you don't have access to that or don't have it and you want to do a few basic checks to see if your control board is getting power or not, you're going to do it by just lifting this console. So if your control board's lighting up, then your transformer is fine and you don't need to worry about it. If it wasn't lighting up and your motor controller wasn't doing what it's supposed to, you'd want to just check your transformer. And you would do that just by doing a continuity test on your winding. But for your motor control board, going to remove one screw. Going to take a small blade screwdriver and just insert it underneath this keeper. And that allows you to pop your cover off. So what you want to take a look for on this printed circuit board, it has a coating on it to keep the moisture out. But you just want to look at where some of the major components are, ideally around where there's any relays or capacitors. Just look to see if you're seeing any black or arcing marks. Those will usually form if the solder connection was bad or it's gotten loose or overheated. If you're seeing any of those, you definitely need to replace the board. You'll want to check your harnesses to make sure they're plugged in and tight and that there's no broken wires, no loose connections. You'll also want to take a look at these heavier wires that are going to your relays and just check to look to see if they're maybe a little discolored, which might indicate a bad connection. You can take your screwdriver and just pop those connectors off your relays. And just to make sure that they're not arced or showing discoloration from overheating from a poor connection. It's pretty difficult to test the components on the electronic board. Even your relays when the board's functioning, these relays are being closed, completing a circuit between these two wires. But without being able to run diagnostics, you cannot confirm that that relay is good or bad. So after you've checked your board, you've looked for any of the discoloration or overheating or loose connections. If you don't see anything there, you really do need to be able to run a diagnostics through the control board to determine if it's the motor controller that's bad or it's the control board or a component down below. If you don't have access to the diagnostic information, then ideally you may as well call in a service technician and have them run your diagnostics and confirm whether the control board's bad or not.